Man, listen here. Life has been definitely lifing, and the math ain't been mathing. This is the newest version of the intercoolers off, which these intercoolers are from the BMW.
Perfect.
I know this has been a very, very long awaited video, and I know that you I know you guys have been wondering, when is Autolux gonna upload another video? When is he gonna upload another video? Man, listen here. But yeah, man, boosted BIMMERS, you know, it's a blessing from God that he's been so busy. You know, big shout out to Omar. He's been so busy with his personal projects and customer cars that we've barely been able to get on my car. You know, Olivia, you know, mainly. You know, as you guys know, I'm building a new engine to put in her. But today we're talking about Sasha. And last time we left off, you know, I told you guys that I was gonna swap out the throttle bodies and see if that fixed the problem with her. It's a very hot summer day here in Florida, so I mean, you guys already know. If you live in a hot area, you already know how I feel. But yeah, I left off with Sasha swapping out the throttle bodies to see if that would fix her idle issue, because she was having very bad idle issues. Well, where she idles crazy anyways, because she's highly modified, so she's supposed to idle crazy. But I mean, she's been idling horribly, you know. So I mean, to the point where she just goes into multiple misfires at idle and multiple misfires under heavy throttle. And we were getting throttle body codes saying that the flapper was weak and all of this crap. So I put brand new throttle bodies, or new to me throttle bodies, that I knew worked on her, and that didn't fix the problem, you know. So I know you guys been waiting for that update, but I think I might know what the problem is, and hopefully if this new problem or new thing I have is the problem, then it'll be a way easier fix than the, you know, the backup fix the problem, which I'll show you soon. But let me pop this hood to show you guys how hard it was. If you didn't see the video with me popping these custom intake manifolds, custom intercoolers off, which these intercoolers are from the BMW F90 M5 or F96 or F95 X6M X5M. They have the same exact engine. So I retrofitted these to fit in my car with my custom turbos and everything else, built engine. So I had to take all of this stuff out to get way down there to each throttle body, you know, drain the system, refill it, and all type of crap. So it was not an easy job. And we have newer throttle bodies on here, but the problem is not fixed. So let me tell you guys what I think the problem might be. All right, so if you're not familiar with the BMW F15, F16, F85, F86, you know, they're the BMW F chassis SUVs, M and non-M, right before the new F96, and now they have the G series X6M and X5M now for 2025. But these cars in particular had very bad problems with the BDC, and that's body domain control units in these cars, and that controls pretty much everything you can see, touch, or feel inside the car. And I think some things outside of the car, like it helps with comfort access and stuff like that too, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But you know, I can turn on the hazards, headlights, and nothing works on the dashboard. I can turn on the AC controls and only some of the lights light up. This window was giving problems saying that it needed to be reinitialized when I know nothing is wrong with this window. Like nothing is wrong with it. So I'm like, and then it just start back working on its own. You know, 9 times out of 10 when things start going wigging out bad inside the interior of a BMW, it's either a weak or bad battery, or the BDC is bad. And you're wondering what the hell does, let me flip this camera around. I know you're probably wondering, what the hell does the body domain control have to do with the way the engine idles? The engine is controlled by the dual DMEs, because it has a bank 1 and bank 2 DME for the BMW V8s. Well, at least I know the N63 and the S63 and you know, the successors to the N63 and S63 as well. But what a lot of people don't understand is this system is ran on a canvas, you know, wire harness. It's all one harness. There's no brakes in it and things like that. If you were to take this entire car harness out of this car, you can lay it out into one piece, you know. So even though the BDC, body domain control, doesn't control the actual engine parameters per se itself, things run through the BDC that controls the engine functions, you know. Since it's all one big wire harness, things run to the actual ECU that comes through the BDC. Even though it's not controlled by it, it's one unit, so it has to pass through. You know, there's one wire harness. So we're hoping, I ordered that, it was around $400, you know, from BMW of Melbourne. I ordered that about a month ago, you know, and that's not just Omar being busy, just the wait times on these parts. That's the reason why the updates have been so slow as well, you know. So I'm hoping that once we get that in and the information switched off from my old BDC onto the new one, it fixes whatever problem that I'm having with the idle issues and the interior issues, which I'm sure it'll fix the interior issues, but I'm hoping it fixes the idle issues too. But if it doesn't fix the idle issues, let me show you guys what has to be done. And keep in mind that all fuel and ignition parts on my car are brand new. Literally everything is brand new, so it's not any of the parts on the engine. It's not pretty at all. So let's go back over here and I'll show you guys exactly what has to be done. Okay, so if that doesn't work, then these have to be used. And what this is the newest version of the cam actuator or eccentric cam actuator that I have for my model. These come from a 2018 X6M that only had 40,000, I think 38,000 miles on it, and it has the left and right. You know, mine are the original ones from my 2015, you know, so it was like 3 other versions. So we're thinking that they might be these. The eccentric cam follower is weak, and the eccentric cam screw, not the eccentric cam, the eccentric cam actuator, the cam actuator screw motor might be weak, and it's sticking, and it's not causing the, you know, eccentric cam to do what it needs to do for idle. It adjusts for idle, low speed, high speed, and that's why they call it variable valve timing, because these things make everything variable for the eccentric cam, for the valves, so you can get gas savings when you need it and heavy power when you need it. It's being stuck into gas savings and sometimes stuck into big power. So if you're idling and it's stuck into big power, you know that fuel mixture isn't going to be correct, because the valves aren't opening and closing like they're supposed to, because the cam isn't working correctly, because the actuator isn't working correctly. And for these to be installed, I already tried to install them with the engine in, and it's not happening. The engine literally has to come out for these things to be installed, and that's not an easy job. So I was thinking, if I have to do that anyways, hold on, let me show you guys here. So I'm thinking, if I have to do that anyways, then, you know, I might as well install, you know, my head studs, new pistons and rods, and everything else I bought for this engine, you know, chromatic gaskets, and you know, I'm like, why pull the engine out if I'm not gonna do this stuff? So, you know, I'm really hoping that the BDC fixes this problem so I don't have to go down this road, because that's a very, very, very expensive road for me to travel down right now, you know, pulling Sasha's engine and just rebuilding it right now. So I'm hoping that the BDC can fix it, you know, and then I can do the rest of this stuff a little further down the road when I'm ready for it. But that's just even more pressure to put on Olivia to be finished and ready to go, because I need her finished and ready to go. Of course, you know, that's my daily driver. So, you know, I'll let you guys know what's going on with Olivia, you know, what's going on with the shop, and you know, where I don't have to put so much pressure on Omar, because I have a lot of projects, and Omar has his own personal projects and customer cars. So it's only so much that, you know, he can do and we can do together, you know, to keep things moving. And these projects are very expensive as well, you know. So if you guys ever want to, you know, support the channel, donate to the channel, I have a PayPal and a Patreon link in the description. You know, if you guys ever want to help this process speed along a little quicker, you know, that'd be a nice help. But yeah, so that's where we are right now. So once the BDC gets in, I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in, record that, let you guys know if that fixed the problem. Well, you will know if that fixed the problem once it's in and cloned and stuff like that, man, because like this issue is getting crazy, you know. So I appreciate you guys rocking with me, being patient. You know, thank you guys for being patient, because you know, I'm a regular guy just like you guys, and once life go to life, and it's life. And so, you know, things aren't easy, you know, especially, you know, when the guy who does your work, you know, he has a bunch of other stuff that goes on too that he has to do. You know, it's not like Omar's shop is specifically built just for my cars and my projects. It doesn't work like that. You know, this man has a business, bills to pay, family to take care of, and stuff like that. Like, my projects just can't be the priority all the time, you know. So, and this is prime example of, you know, when things get, you know, busy, my projects gotta go like towards the side. But I'm gonna keep things moving as much as possible, you know, and like, share, and subscribe. And Auto Lust out.